Righteous with ourselves, merciful toward others. Although we must be strict with ourselves in righteousness, we must learn to be merciful to others and not to place demands on them. It is wrong for any Christian to place demands on others. If you are truly strict with yourself, then you will know how to be merciful to others. But do not try to be merciful to others without first being righteous with yourself. Every sloppy person is merciful to others because he or has already been merciful to himself. If he sleeps late every morning, he will be very merciful to others who sleep late. This kind of mercy is not mercy at all. It is absolutely wrong. No one who is sloppy knows how to be merciful to others. Only a strict person, a righteous person, knows how to be merciful. If you would be merciful to others according to the fifth blessing, you must first be righteous toward yourself according to the fourth blessing. We must be righteous and strict with ourselves, never making excuses for ourselves. But when others offend us, thereby exposing their shortage, we must be merciful toward them. All those who are self-righteous condemn others and never let them go. The words spoken by the Lord on the Mount is completely different from this. To ourselves, we must be righteous and strict, serious and sober. But toward others, we must be merciful. In himself, God is righteous. However, if he were righteous to the uttermost in dealing with us, we would all be killed. Although God is righteous in relation to himself, he is full of mercy in dealing with us. As fallen sinners, we surely need God's mercy. We also must learn to be righteous with ourselves and merciful toward others. This matter of being righteous toward ourselves and merciful toward others is not firstly a matter of outward behavior. It is firstly a matter of our inward attitude, of our inward being. As a brother taking the lead, either as an elder in the church or as a brother in the brother's house, you may find it difficult to be strict with yourself and yet be merciful toward others. Suppose everyone is supposed to be home by a certain time. To come home later than that time is not righteous. Likewise, it is not right to inconvenience others. However, when some young people come home, they like to throw their shoes anywhere they please. I knew of one co-worker, a preacher and teacher of the Bible, who used to throw his socks without any concern where they landed around the room. One time, this brother and I were guests in a certain home. The hostess, quite concerned, spoke to me about this brother's sloppiness. What a shame that was to me. Some of the brothers living in the brothers' houses may act the same way. Other brothers may be unhappy about being required to wash dishes. Therefore, they may not clean them thoroughly. This is not righteous. It is never righteous to take advantage of others, to invade their rights. Not doing an adequate job in washing dishes is taking advantage of others. If you are such a one, you are not a righteous person. If you are a leader in the brother's house, you must be strict with yourself about the time, about excessive talking, about noise, about washing dishes, and about many other things. Do not say this is too much. It may seem too much to you, but it is not too much to Christ who lives within you. In everything you do, you must be strict with yourself. However, as one taking the lead in the brother's house or in any aspect of the church life, you must also be merciful. Sometimes a leader may warn a sloppy one about his dishwashing, saying this is your first warning about the way you wash your dishes. After 2 more warnings, you will have to move out. Remember the word of the Lord Jesus about how many times you must forgive your brother. Even if a certain brother does not clean the dishes thoroughly after you have spoken to him a number of times, you must still be merciful to him. Do not drive away even such a sloppy and pitiful brother. Instead, be merciful to him. This does not mean that you go to the opposite extreme and say, I have learned that I must be merciful toward this brother. Therefore, from now on, I will never talk to him about the way he does the dishes. Let him do the dishes any way he wants. We'll just have to tolerate it in order to keep him. This attitude is not right either. You need to take care of such a sloppy brother day after day. Let him have a turn at washing the dishes, but each time he does so, you must be patient and merciful towards him. It is easy for us to be either strict or sloppy, but we must learn to be strict on the one hand and merciful on the other hand. If we give others a strict duty, we must immediately be merciful toward them. This is an important lesson for elders to learn. The kingdom people are both righteous and merciful. When you are righteous, you must be absolutely righteous. And when you are merciful, you must be very merciful. Although righteousness and mercy are two opposite poles, they must meet in your experience. Your righteousness must come together with your mercy. Pure in heart and seeing God. According to the sequence of the blessings in Matthew 5, being pure in heart comes after the showing of mercy to others. This also corresponds to our experience. If you are not righteous with yourself and merciful to others, you will find it difficult to be pure in heart toward God. In order to be pure in heart toward God, you must be strict in dealing with yourself and merciful in dealing with others. As far as logic is concerned, there seems to be no reason for this. But our practical experience proves that it is so. If you are not right with yourself and merciful with others, you will never be pure with God. I believe that at least some of those among us in the churches have the experience of what I am speaking about here. Throughout the years, we have learned the lesson of being strict with ourselves and of not making excuses for ourselves. But we have also learned to be merciful to others, especially to those who are weaker. As a result, our heart is pure in seeking God. When we are righteous with ourselves and merciful with others, we see God. But when we are loose with ourselves and condemn others, our eyes are absolutely blind and we cannot see God. If you excuse yourself, yet make demands of others, your heart is not pure. A pure heart toward God comes only from strict dealings with yourself and merciful dealings with others.